What is up, you guys? My name is Superhero Sensation, and today I'm going to be covering everything that happened at WrestleMania. I'm not going to be showing any footage because I could get copyrighted for it. Uh, if you do enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and let's head into the first match, which was the kickoff match, which was the Neville versus Austin Aries match. So let's go to that match now. Alright, you guys, so this was the Austin Aries versus Neville match for the Cruiserweight Championship. Not much to talk about here other than it was a pretty good match. It lived up to meet the expectations. I believe Neville won. There was a lot of high-flying moves, a lot of reversals and roll-ups. It was a pretty good match. I really enjoyed it. Let's move on to the next match because there's nothing really too important here. It's Cruiserweight. So let's move on to the next match, which was the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial. Alright, you guys, so this is the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial. As you can see, we have a bunch of different superstars. It was a good match. There was a lot of people in the ring, and it was pretty good because, like you had three big guys. You had four. Some guy from NXT, I can't remember his name, but we had Big Show, Braun Strowman, and Mark Henry. And then you had a bunch of the little guys like Sin Cara, Dolph Ziggler. It was a really good match. Jinder Mahal went and had a confrontation with Gronkowski from the New England Patriots. Took a sip of his drink, threw it in his face. Gronk stepped into the ring and annihilated Jinder Mahal, giving Mojo Rawley the opportunity to win. So it was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it overall. Let's move on to the next match. Alright, so getting into this next match, it was Baron Corbin versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. It was a pretty good match. I know I'm saying all these matches were pretty good, but this match was like there was a lot of damage done to Dean Ambrose, but he still pulled through, won the title, retained it. I don't want to go into too much detail because it'll take too long. But Dean Ambrose, he put his body on the line during this match. He really didn't care. Really good match overall. Let's head into the next match, which was Shane O'Mac versus AJ Styles. Alright, guys, so we're here at the Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles match. This was one of the greatest matches that I have seen AJ Styles fight in. There was a lot of good moves, plenty of reversals, just the whole 9 yards. Everything you would ever want in a wrestling match was there. The anticipation of, was Shane going to kick out? Was Shane going to win? The Shane doing crazy stuff like he did at Royal Rumble, I believe, when he fought Undertaker. I don't remember when he fought Undertaker, but he jumped off of the steel cage, or Hell in a Cell. I think it was at Hell in a Cell when he jumped off. Missed. There was a lot of stuff going on like that. AJ tried doing the coast to coast to Shane. Didn't work out. Shane ended up delivering a coast to coast. It took a bit of time for AJ to kind of actually do his thing. So he finally hit him with the phenomenal forearm and then won. So let's move on to the next match, which was Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho. So here we are at this next match. This match was really good. It was a pretty heartbreaking match due to the fact that Chris lost. There was a lot of craziness going on in this match. A lot of destruction. Chris had it going for the first couple, 10 minutes of the match. Had Kevin, just real groggy and kind of couldn't find himself. Kevin eventually snapped out of it, delivered a pop-up powerbomb. I thought that was it. Chris kicked out of it. Kevin went to go do another pop-up powerbomb. This time, when he threw him up in the air, Chris caught him into a codebreaker. Then it ended with a devastating powerbomb to the apron, and that's how Kevin won the Universal Championship. Not the Universal, the United States. Sorry about that. But let's get into the next match. Was the women's Raw match. So Sasha, Bailey, Nia Jax, and Charlotte. This was an amazing match. So it started off with the three women, Sasha, Charlotte, and Bailey teaming up on Nia Jax to get her out of there as soon as possible because it was an elimination match. So it took a triple power bomb from the three women to take Nia out. Then Sasha went. It left Charlotte and Bailey in there. I was kind of worried that Bailey would lose, but Bailey found it in her heart to retain, and it was really cool seeing her walk in to WrestleMania champion and walk out champion. So let's get into the next match, which was the triple threat tag team ladder match for the Raw tag team titles. Alright, guys, so this was the tag team championship triple threat match. It was scheduled to go on as planned. Gallows, Anderson, Cesaro, Sheamus, Enzo Amore, and Big Cass. It was going to be an amazing match, but before the match could start off, New Day came out saying it was no longer a triple threat match, it was a fatal four-way. And they said there's one more team that is supposed to be in the match. And they're saying who could it be, you know what I mean? I right away thought, oh, it's New Day, They're the hosts, they could probably put themselves in the match. No, Team Extreme came out. The Hardy Boys returned. I was so shocked. I was like hyped. I was screaming. I lost my voice nearly. It was a really good match. Um, I just can't look forward to Raw because they won the tag team titles. And I think that's really cool because, they could be here for up to 7 years to 8 years, maybe. Who knows how long they're going to be here. But I look forward to more matches with them, more of the craziness that they're going to bring to the WWE. They're back for good, and I'm happy they're back. Jeff is one of my favorites, so I'm really happy the Hardy Boys are back. So let's get into the next match, which was the mixed tag match. Alright, so here we are. We got John Cena, Nikki Bella, Miz, Maurice. This was a pretty cool match. Um, I was siding with Team Cena because, I know everybody's saying The Miz, oh, he hardly wins at WrestleManias. Well, to think about it from Nikki's point of view, this is her last, year in the WWE because she's retiring because of her neck injury. Um, so they obviously had to give them the win, which was pretty cool. I'm happy about that. Not only that, though, after the match, John Cena got down on one knee, pulled out a ring, proposed to her. She said yes. And it was a pretty cool WrestleMania moment, which is exactly what Nikki wanted. She's been saying she wants a WrestleMania moment. There's her moment. Pretty happy for the two. So congrats to John Cena and Nikki. I'm very happy for them. Let's move on to the next match, which is the non-sanctioned match between Seth Rollins and Triple H. Alright, so this was one of the most hyped up matches for me because, the whole idea of Seth Rollins gonna slay the king, I'm the King Slayer. It was pretty cool. The entrances were pretty cool because Triple H came out on a motorcycle with Stephanie, and he had a police escort on motorcycles. Seth Rollins came out in like a sort of an attire that was kind of like I don't know how you would say it, but it was like warrior-ish type kind of attire, and he came out with a torch. As soon as he touched the torch to the floor, the whole stage and the ring lit up in fire. It was pretty cool. The match itself, we had Triple H getting like annihilated by Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins had this match in the bag at the beginning. He started to wear down as he almost buckled under the weight of his knee again, trying to do that thing he did to Kane when he injured his ankle or his leg or knee, or I can't remember what he injured, but he broke something. So he almost like re-injured that. He kind of it buckled a little bit. I was a bit worried for Seth. Triple H started focusing on that knee, hitting it with the chair, taking the chair and kind of like folding the chair over it and kind of stomping on it and whatnot. Uh, it's very dangerous in that situation for Seth because I don't want him to get hurt any further. Uh, but Seth, he found the willpower, the adrenaline coursing through his veins. Gave him the willpower to go through again. Uh, it was reversal after reversal of pedigrees because it's obviously both their finishers. So as Triple H do a pedigree, he'd reverse it into a pedigree. Seth would get reversed into a pedigree, So it was just a lot of that stuff. Um, Concluding the match, Stephanie was holding Seth on the ropes, um, and Triple H went to go punch Seth while she was been while she was holding Seth. Seth ducked out of the way, and Triple H almost hit his wife. It was a close call. He kind of got freaked out a little bit. He turned around, and Seth delivered a super kick, which led him into the ropes, pushing Stephanie through a table on accident. Triple H obviously got infuriated. He was mad, so he started kind of hulking out, which kind of it gave Seth a bit of time to like figure out what he's gonna do. As soon as Triple H turned around, he delivered a pedigree and pinned him, won the match. I was pretty happy for Seth, that he was able to slay the king, like he said. I slay the king, all this controversy that was going on. So it was a pretty cool match overall. So we're getting into the next match, which was the WWE Championship match versus Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. This match was pretty creepy. Bray Wyatt, would do a lot of his signatures, and like maggots and worms would be projected onto the ring. Um, there was quite a few Sister Abigails that have been given to Randy Orton. Uh, Randy delivered an RKO to Bray outside of the ring. It wasn't enough to like put him away, so they go on with the match. They start really getting through this match. It was a pretty fast match. Took a while. A lot of mind games were being played. So that's what made this match longer. But eventually, Randy delivered a final RKO to Bray Wyatt, pinned him, and won the WWE Championship. Uh, I'm okay with Randy being champion, but I would have preferred Bray to at least, been champion for a good little while before he actually got it taken away from him. I don't know exactly how long his reign was, but it would have been cool if it was a longer reign. But I'm happy for Randy. Obviously, we knew he was going to win because he won the Royal Rumble. But I'm pretty happy for him. Just wish Bray would have held on a little longer. So we're going on to the next match. So this match was for the Universal Championship match. It was a pretty hype match. Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Sorry for the picture quality on this one. It was the only one I could find. Um, but the match started off pretty simple. Just a bit of trash talk. Um, so it took a good while. Uh, Brock kind of had the upper hand in the first part of the match with a couple of suplexes. Brock got cocky and decided to start taunting and yelling at the crowd. As soon as he turned around, Goldberg got up and hit him with a spear right away. That's when we thought, it was done. Hit him with another spear, hit him with a jackhammer, pinned him. Brock kicked out. Um, then after that, Brock would hit Goldberg with 10 German suplexes. Not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, 10 German suplexes. It was crazy. He was throwing him around the ring. Finally got him into the F5, and that's where Goldberg he couldn't go on anymore. Didn't kick out, and Goldberg became, defeated. Finally got defeated by Brock. Um, so now Brock is the new Universal Championship owner. So I'm pretty happy. I wanted Brock to win, to be honest, and I knew it was going to happen the whole time. So let's get into the next match, which was the SmackDown Women's match. Alright, so here we got Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Mickie James, Natalya, Naomi, and Carmella. You can't really see here in the picture, but this match was okay. It wasn't as good as the Raw Women's match because some of the entrances were cool. Especially Naomi's, because she came out and all that light stuff was going on. It was pretty cool. Um, but the match itself didn't last very long because, it wasn't like the Bailey Naomi or the Bailey, the Sasha, the Nia Jax, or the Charlotte match, because in order for one to win, they had to eliminate each person until it was last person standing. Um, this one just kind of whoever got pinned or whoever submitted, was just done. So basically, what happened, I can't remember who made who submit, but Naomi got her in a submission move. Um, can't remember who it was, but eventually that they tapped and she was hurting her arms. I think it was Alexa who got submitted, but Naomi won the championship, so it was pretty much a squash match, as they would refer to it, because it was a very very like just fast match. There was like a couple cool things, and then it just kind of sped off into giving Naomi the win. So it was pretty cool seeing her win at WrestleMania. I would have preferred, Becky Lynch to win it again, or even Natalia, but I'm okay with it. I liked Alexa as champion though, so if they would have kept it like that, some people would have been okay with it. Some people wouldn't have. I really didn't care who won this match, but it was an okay match overall. All right, now the granddaddy of them all, Roman Reigns versus Undertaker. This match has been anticipated since they announced it, since Royal Rumble. Um, it was a pretty good match. I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of you know, high risk maneuvers like breaking the tables, the announcer tables. Undertaker got speared a lot but kicked out. Um, you know, Roman got a last ride delivered to him, a choke slam delivered to him, tombstoned him. There was a chair used in this match. It was a really good match. The only downside is that eventually, Undertaker kind of got wore down. You could tell how old he's getting. He could barely even sit up anymore. That iconic Undertaker sit up. He couldn't do that anymore. As soon as he sat up and, lean forward like he normally does, like in a badass like way, he just fell over, and it didn't, it didn't feel like Undertaker anymore because he was kind of losing his touch. He's old. So eventually Roman speared him, pinned him. Roman won. It was stupid. I wish somebody else would have retired him. Not Roman. This made me officially hate Roman. I am against Roman Reigns, but it's kind of sad seeing Undertaker hang up the coat, hang up the hat, take off the gloves, basically saying he's retiring. It was sad, emotional. I almost cried. I tried not to. I tried to keep it held in because I've grown up with The Undertaker, watching a lot of his matches. So it was just really sad to see him retire, and especially for somebody like Roman Reigns, the big dog, the guy, to retire him just wasn't right in, my eyes. I wanted it to be somebody else better than Roman. But it's WWE, they want to do what they want to do. I know a lot of people weren't happy with this, but it was a good match, and I just want to say, Undertaker, if you're watching this, thank you for all that you've done, and you have made me really glad to be a WWE fan. Alright, you guys, so thank you guys for watching this video. This has been your host, Superhero Sensation, with your coverage on everything WrestleMania. If you would please hit that like button with a tombstone for The Undertaker, I would really appreciate it, and subscribe to this channel to help me make this YouTube channel grow. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.